The Clippers, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and the rest of the Lakers in a very giving mood to start the game off, facing Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers. And this explosion of offensive power they have, Seth. Patrick Beverley drives, LeBron there to try to take a charge, takes a knee to the groin.
Takes a knee to the groin and obviously could have an impact at the rest of the game, but that is Patrick Beverley playing downhill.
Second quarter, under 2 minutes to go. LeBron drives to the basket, makes a quick pass to Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, who knocks down a three, DJ.
This is what they need right here. This is what makes this team explosive, when he could get downhill and...
that looks like you knocking down that jumper.
Yeah, that's a long time ago, but I sure wish I could still do it now.
And how about this, right before the half, Paul George gets a shot blocked by AD. LeBron drives down the other end, finds Kyle Kuzma for a corner three for 25 points.
This is what it is. His playmaking ability is what keeps this basketball team in games. And when he's out of the game, they struggle to score.
Third quarter, Clippers down 12, and Kawhi Leonard, Seth, starts to heat up.
Kawhi Leonard quietly, just play by play. Doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low, but always makes the right play. You got to make him put it on the floor.
Yeah. Under 10 seconds left, good ball movement leads to a three by Landry Shamet. Now the game's tied at 86-86 heading into the fourth quarter. This is where everybody gets paid. Dwight Howard sets a screen, DJ. LeBron starts to work.
Swish! From deep, I'm telling you, this guy is shooting the three ball exceptionally well this year. But I'm telling you, when he's not on the floor, the Lakers struggle.
Next possession, same score. Kawhi hits a three. I mean, this guy just makes dagger after dagger after dagger. 5 minutes to play, tied at 101. LeBron finds Davis for the slam. Lakers up two.
I mean, the best duo in the league right now is LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and that's the reason why, because they're pick and roll game.
Lou Will gets a steal, misses the layup, but there's a foul called on Anthony Davis. DJ, is this a foul? Would you call this a foul?
When you're playing in the game and you miss a layup like that, the referees take into account that something had to happen. So that's why they gave him the foul, in my opinion.
I disagree with you on that. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope misses a three, and Seth, guess who comes up with the rebound?
Patrick Beverley, every 50-50 ball, every long rebound. Patrick Beverley, great contest by Paul George right there.
Play comes down to the wire. Patrick Beverley gets a steal. The ball ends up being out on LeBron James after a ton of reviews. It felt like it was 15 minutes in the ball game. Patrick Beverley, even though this is just another win, still celebrates, shows the passion. Steve Ballmer there enjoying it. Let's hear what Patrick Beverley had to say after the ball game.
I kind of knew he was going to go for the three. I just didn't know how, and LeBron, he's one of the greatest players in the league, one of the greatest players to do it. And I just tried to kind of put my hand in it, and I was fortunate.
PB tough as it gets. You saw it immediately when he got that matchup that he wanted it, and he got the stop. He won us the game on that possession.
I didn't feel like the ball went off my hand, but I mean that's the way it went.
P. Bev's impact on the game was just not felt on the last play. Overall, the Lakers were just 2 of 9 shooting from the field when Beverley was the primary defender, and 0 for 6 from behind the three-point line. The intangibles, guys, is what makes this young man so special. So, is it safe to say, do the Clippers own LA?
I'm not going to say they own LA, but they have the upper hand right now. And I think going forward, the Lakers are going to have to figure out, how can we get offense when LeBron James goes to the bench? We have to find a guy that can make plays with the basketball, and instead of just throwing it to AD and just hoping he can go and get as many points as he can.
I think that at the end of the game, they got to play through AD and LeBron. I thought that they did do a good job of getting AD touches in the fourth quarter. Mm-hmm. But when I say the Lakers have more dog in them, I mean the Clippers have more dog in them. I think the Clippers are the tougher team. I think the Clippers are a team that has a chip on its shoulder. I think they have guys, whether it's Harrell or whether it's Patrick Beverley, that want to be in that moment. Like Patrick Beverley wanted that switch. Mm-hmm. All right? I mean, that's who he was. And you know what? He didn't back down. He didn't gap him and say, you know what, Ron, I'm going to keep you in front. No, I'm going to get up and under you, get my hands above the ball, and contest the shot. That's who he is. That's who the Clippers are. They're the tougher team in LA for sure.
And the Lakers are Showtime, and the Clippers are a tough time for any team that they play.
I like that.
That's really what it comes down to. You got a great defender in Kawhi Leonard, a great defender in Paul George, a great defender in Patrick Beverley, Harrell off the bench. This is a team you don't want to play. There's just a toughness, a grittiness Again, showtime, tough time.
Guys, are we making too big of a deal out of just 2 games? I mean, the Lakers were up 15 points in this ball game. It felt like they gave the ball game away. And by the way, if they're able to find a way to finagle that Andre Iguodala trade, if they're able to get that, that makes the world of a difference.
He doesn't give him that shot maker, that guy that can create a.
He does give them an extra defender though to take a load off of LeBron to guard the likes of Kawhi.
Yeah, but he doesn't give you the offense that you're going to need
to complement those 2 guys.
So who do you need, DJ? Do you need some like a Deion Waiters? Do you need somebody like? Do you try to make a trade for like a Drew Holiday if you can? I don't know if you have the assets to do that.
I think if you could get Drew Holiday, it's great. Because in situations, you probably can't happen, but in situations like last night, I don't think the Lakers did a good job of taking advantage of the LeBron James, Patrick Beverley matchup. Like, he should have posted him way more than he did. And I think having him out on the perimeter, being the primary ball handler, it's tough for him against good defensive teams like the Clippers because they're going to get into him. And they're going to make it hard for him to facilitate offense. And that's why he struggled.
But he settled 2 for 12 for the three-point line. Like LeBron James and Giannis, whoever, like it's a win every 3 he takes. Look, he can make the 3. There's no doubt about it. But to me, like you said, he's either got to back his man down, old school isolation, back his man down, or just give it up, get to the block, and then be a point guard off the mid-post.
Yeah.
But the ball was in his hands so much because who else's hands is a good ball?
Yeah, that's right.
There's no one else to facilitate offense.
He's the hub to all this, folks. He makes everything go. And obviously that injury last night, I think, was something painful for us to see because he was playing through injury to begin with. Now to LeBron's injury. In the first quarter, he tried to draw a charge on Patrick Beverley and took a knee to the groin, aggravating an injury he missed time for last week. LeBron would stay in the game and play 39 minutes. Here's Dave McMiniman with the latest.
It hit the same part of his body that had been affecting him since he missed that last game against Denver. He told us that it set him back. Those 5 days of rest and recovery he had coming into this game, he's back to square one. And there are people within the Lakers organization that are already encouraging LeBron to take this injury very serious and make sure he's 100% and not to push it and come back before he feels 100%. So certainly there's a possibility that we could see LeBron have some more games that he has to miss coming up.
Second Christmas in a row that LeBron James has gotten injured. So are we going to, Shefty, are we going to load manage LeBron now?
Well, no, forget about load management. He's hurt right now, okay? So if we go back to Christmas last year, he gets hurt, suffers a groin injury. Now, I don't know that it's the same injury. I don't know how similar it is. But I do know that he was out till January 31st last year. He missed well over 1 month of the season. I also know that he's turning 35 years old next week. He's not getting younger. These injuries take a little bit more time to come back from. They're going to be that much more careful because of how important he is to this team. And so when you factor in his age, and you factor in the caution factor, and you factor in the history of what happened last year, it sounds like he has the potential to miss a little bit of time here.
Yeah. And he killed his fantasy team last year.
Salty Shefty. DJ?
Well, it's tough. I hope he's not injured to a point where he has to miss a lot of games because, to me, the Lakers need a good seed. Because if you want to make it to the Western Conference Finals and you want to avoid the Clippers before you get there, okay? Because we're seeing right now that the Clippers own the Lakers at this point. So I think they have to win as many games as they can. So with that being said, hope he's not out a long time and hope he plays.
Question for the table. How do we feel about LeBron James? And I understand that we want transparency as part of the media. But how do we feel about LeBron James after the game, saying that after that knee to the groin, it made me feel like I did 5 days ago? It regressed me.
It's a big concern.
Okay. But how do you feel about him telling the public that? Is that something you tell somebody after you lose a game, or do you just
think you think it's an excuse?
Yeah,
I'm just asking you guys. I'm just asking. Well, after a game, if you come out and say, "Well, I was hurt," blah blah, it just. I mean, I know it is what it is. I'm just asking you guys what you think about it.
Like here, you're playing the game on Christmas. All right, here's what you do. The Clippers won the game. They made the plays down the stretch. They got the stops. Patrick Beverley got the block. Kawhi Leonard made big plays, took over the fourth quarter. All that. You know what you do? You tip your hat, and then you go to the training room.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the deal. LeBron, you're the best player on the planet. That's great. But in this moment in time, whether it's Lakers, Clippers, Kawhi, LeBron, you know what you do? You tip your hat and say, you know what? They got us tonight. The difference is the players are a different animal. Like we always talk about the playoff seeding and all that jazz. The players are about adjustments. So, like, to me, you're talking about a 7-game series. You know, do you need the home court? Is it a matchup? It's really about the adjustment after each game. You know it better than anyone, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm saying this. They asked him the question.
But that's what I was going to say.
Okay. So if he doesn't answer the question, and then 2 weeks later he says, "Well, I'm still hurting from the Clipper game."
Fair point.
I mean, do we?
He wants people to know. And again, because he is the greatest player in the world, there's the focus on him. Everybody saw him get hurt. They know his history. They wanted to know. He was asked. He answered.
Yep.
This is what we got.
Well, speaking of the greatest player in the world, let's go to that conversation because somebody in consideration to be that player right now is my man Giannis. And look, last night visiting the 76ers, this was a big-time game. It could be a preview of the Eastern Conference Finals. But Giannis is just struggling. Missed the turnaround jump shot. Really struggling to shoot the ball from the field. He can't get the lay-in to go. Gets the rebound. Can't get the putback to go. Just Seth really had a hard time finding his rhythm offensively.
I thought the Sixers' game plan was terrific. Defend inside out. Basically, what are you going to give? What are you going to take away? You're going to take away the drive, build the wall in front of them, keep them in front in transition, take them out of transition.
And look how open they left. Look how open they left. We're talking about the league.
But make the dude a jump shooter.
But this is what's going to happen in the playoffs. And the Philadelphia 76ers have the athleticism and they have the personnel to throw more than one guy at Giannis. You can throw Ben Simmons. You can throw Al Horford, Embiid. And this is what it's going to be like. It's going to be tough for him to score. He's going to have to make the three-ball.
And Joel Embiid was phenomenal last night. 30-plus points. Giannis looking for the lay-in here, but he gets his eye poked by Josh Richardson. You're going to see a lot of the frustration. He's slow to get up off the court. Tries to charge the referee afterwards. Obviously a frustrating day for Giannis.
Oh, it was. I mean, he couldn't get anything to go. He missed 18 shots. I think it's the most he's ever missed in his career.
And they took him out of